we have a surprise for you today, an interview with Clergyman and Commander Fighter John Johnson of the USA Navy, who was in charge of the burial of Osama Bin Laden's remains. Johnson, how are you? Do you hear us?
Howdy, sir.
We understand a Navy SEAL was the one that killed Osama Bin Laden. Is that right? Can you tell us more about that?
That is affirmative, sir. We brought in a horse and a chicken and a trained SEAL. We had the horse try to kick it, but he killed the chicken instead. We had to bring the SEAL in.
Yes, and these SEALs are trained in Florida, in SeaWorld, in Orlando, and they are very well trained. Tell us more about their capabilities.
Well, SEALs are kind of slippery, so Osama Bin Laden he slipped on the SEAL and broke his neck. We did shoot him in the head for good measure.
So you do confirm he was shot in the head after he died?
That is affirmative.
Why would that be necessary though?
Well, we do need to verify his head for suspicious artifacts. That is regular standard procedure for security measures only.
So did you find anything in the head?
Well, the boy that blew off his head was using a bazooka, so there was not much left to analyze, sir.
Very well then, let's talk about the burial at sea. I do understand this was a strictly Muslim ceremony.
That is affirmative, sir.
Lieutenant, as a trained clergyman, what is it that you did at the time?
Well, we did hammer him into that crucifix.
You crucified him?
That is correct, sir.
Are you certain that is a Muslim thing, though?
We also circumcised him, sir, for good measure.
So you circumcised him after he was dead?
That is affirmative, sir.
Oh, well, circumcision is normally associated with Jewish birth.
Well, we shaved his head and put him on a lotus position.
And then you threw him to the sea, is that correct?
That is affirmative.
Do you have the exact location where Osama Bin Laden was thrown overboard?
We disposed of the body in the Afghanistan Sea.
But Afghanistan is landlocked. It doesn't have a sea.
Well, that would explain why it was all dried
What
up.
kind of boat was used after all?
USA Navy did not see the need to bring in marine vehicles at the time due to the desert weather conditions, sir.
I see, the desert.
That is affirmative, sir.
So would it be fair to say, Lieutenant Johnson, that Osama Bin Laden fell and broke his neck, then you guys came, you blew off his head, you cut off his penis, you crumpled him into the lotus position, shaved his head, dumped him somewhere in the Afghan desert, and
Well, I guess that is one way of putting it, sir.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant and Clergyman Johnson, and thank you, servicemen of the USA, for having given Osama Bin Laden the respectful Muslim burial he deserved. Back to you in the studios, Karen.